Love exists in heaven and on earth. Rice seedlings in the fields remember the shades of spring and autumn. Fruit gardens on the mountains are imprinted with traces of the sun and moon. As flocks of sheep on the grassland run into the ocean of the wind, clouds wander across woods of light. Construction, in the affectionate world, begins to write down heartfelt love on the grassland.
Hey. 哦，你站在时间线上把安全绳拴好，安全。
To reach the work area of Tan Peiwei's team, a climb up a cliff of at least 2 hours to reach an altitude of 1,200 meters is needed.
看安全绳那些有没有问题的，检查下左右摆动下嘛。
Mountaineering workers are laying a steel net on the steep slope of a gorge. The aim of their work is to prevent falling rocks and landslides. Almost 1,000 meters below, a colossal dam building project is in progress. The Daxixia Water Control Project is under construction in China's so-called King of Canyons, the Wunsu Grand Canyon of Xinjiang's Tianshan Mountains. The height of its dam will be 247 meters, equivalent to an 80-story skyscraper. That makes it the tallest concrete face rockfill dam under construction in the world.
只有到了新疆以后啊，才晓得新疆缺水的厉害程度，全是戈壁沙漠，一望无边。
在这个地方修建电站很难，但是再难还是要修啊。当地老百姓太需要这个水。
August 12th is especially important for local farmer Ablis. In the village under present conditions, he can only irrigate his walnut fields every 4 months. Xinjiang's Aksu prefecture is known as the home of thin-skinned walnuts in China. It has long hours of sunshine during the day and a high temperature difference between its days and nights. Taking in the Tianshan Mountains, annual precipitation rates would not suggest the area is lacking in water. During summer, fast-melting glaciers can cause flooding. At the beginning of spring, however, a shortage of water can make the prefecture's fields as dry as walnut skin. The Ablis family's livelihood depends on their walnut trees, a reservoir that can store water for availability in times of scarcity will therefore make an enormous difference for them.
点了，统一开始了。
An old method of construction is the most suitable for building the dam here. In the vast desert, locally available gravels will be leveled into a giant structure by the actions of rolling compactors. As the work progresses, the trajectory and speed of each roller is monitored on screen.
怎么样？现在还正常吧？
The intelligent monitoring system is like being equipped with eyes that can peer into the crevices between rocks.
行，你看看它的位置在哪。那如果说是信号不稳定或者停电的话，不会造成这种现象啊。
Zhou Junfang becomes worried about white areas on his screen. A signal void means that he's not able to see the rolling quality of this area.
这块区域有多大？
这块区域大概15平米左右。
这两块区域的话，怎么会又有间断又没有连成片？这个信号到底咋回事？这个问题一定要解决，不然的话，这个问题会影响以后我们扒体质量的。好的，你把那个点找到，我马上过来看一下。这个点，你们白天的时候有没有人去看看这个地方是不是压的跟平时有什么区别没有？ 今天的风比较大吧？
年风大，
这是峡谷风，我们这个地方的特色就是峡谷风。这有多深了
60了。
这有60了是吧？成后就是60，挖到位了嘛，把边上修一修。
好。
A soakaway test is the most common method for gauging compactedness. Zhou Junfang has almost 30 years of experience in engineering water conservancy projects, during which time he has built 3 200-meter dams and 4 smaller structures. He's looking forward to completing this project as a means to ending drought in the region.
说现场风大了，来不及，做不成那种酒精法子
啊，做不了，只有回去烘干，
只有回去这样放到烘箱里烘。行，尽快把这个数据出来，因为对这个点还是有点担心的。
好的，
好吧。这个地方很可能会碾压的不密实，碾压不密实的造成结果就是它和周围的沉降不一样，这样的话就会出现中间有的地方沉降量大，有的地方沉降量小，对我们整个坝体的变形非常不利，会造成大坝的那个前区的面板产生裂缝。
This morning, Ablis and his wife have been occupied with making lamb pilaf. Chief Engineer Zhou Junfang has also been busy. Today, the results of his test will come out.
含水量是多少？
含水量是1.7，然后它的湿密度是2.35，换算成干密度就是2.33，然后咱们的相对密度是0.93。
设计值是多少？0.9。
设计值是0.90，
超了3%。
对。
行，终于能满足要求就放心了。那就通知现场，那个可以施工了。
Ablis and his wife arrive with a plate full of pilaf as a present for the dam engineers. In addition to showing their gratitude, this is also an opportunity to inquire about progress on the dam. Their walnut trees have yet to bear nuts, but they are full of optimistic expectation.
我们把这个水库建好以后，给你们提供更好的水、更好的资源，可以确保充分的用水。
The engineers who have been stationed here for 3 years will continue with their work for another 4 years, after which the Daxixia water control project will be completed. By that time, more plentiful thin-skinned walnuts from Aksu, grown on the foothills of the snowy Tian Shan Mountains, will be selling in all corners of the country. Guangxi is a mountainous region in southern China. The Lungnu tunnel of the Rong'an-Xinjiang Expressway under construction here has just undergone another successful explosion. For over 1 year now, the sound of this work has been a regular feature of local life. Step by step, the new route is taking shape. There is just 1 meter to go before the entire 56-kilometer-long route of the expressway is clear. The excavating team takes the lead in checking the tunnel, dealing with rocks that may fall, to clear the way for further work. The engineers must check thoroughly to ensure safety. To them, the mountain now is like a human body. In place of CT scans, they use ground-penetrating radar to see through rock. Geological scanning like this forms the basis for safe construction.
分析这个岩石情况，这是属于市地位岩，但是我们看那个整个的超挖的情况，裂隙还是比较发育，前方的围岩可能情况还是比较复杂。
The result of the geological survey is not ideal. The last meter of the Lungnu tunnel will not be easy to complete.
作为最后1米我们这个隧道贯通来说啊，如果大压量装的比较多，可能会引起这个较大的这个石块掉落，导致这个洞口坍塌。然后如果是装药量 少一些的话，可能就会因为它岩石比较坚硬，导致爆不出来。爆不出来呢，可能要进行个架设一个补炮。补炮的话，可能对洞口的扰动可能就会更大。
At the second decision-making meeting before the tunnel breaks through, no consensus is reached. The final plan for blasting still needs further consideration. Made up mainly of limestone, Guangxi's karst landforms pose a challenge for engineers. The rock here contains hidden caverns and gaps. When broken into, they can easily cause mountain collapse and the destruction of tunnels under construction.
没准就会出现这个错啊。
断面有点小，是吧？感觉。
Guangxi's abundant rainfall is adding further risk of collapse. Strengthening the tunnel, therefore, is essential. C30 concrete is sprayed onto the walls and ceiling of the excavated tunnel. Within 10 minutes, it has hardened to form a supportive layer. Repeated twice, the process will create 3 such layers, strong enough to protect the tunnel from the impact of further blasting. After 10 hours, the reinforcement work has been completed. There will be further scanning of the rock layer to be blasted, which will be the most dangerous part of breaking through. Tang Yongjun, the leader of the excavating team, rises to the challenge. The excavator has now to dig off a layer of hard rock to verify the accuracy of the rock scan. Water seeping from the tunnel roof is a dangerous signal. If a mudslide occurs, Tang Yongjun may not hear it coming because of the noise of the digger. Each second saved means danger prevented. Only when enough rock has been scraped off can scanning resume. Testing and testing again. Cutting-edge equipment and technological experience are eliminating hidden dangers, one by one.
建立1米符合要求，具备爆破条件。
The final decision has been made on the last blast needed to break through. Outside, everyone is waiting to hear the bang. After all the hard work that the engineers have put in, the moment of truth is fast approaching.
导爆管连接检查没问题。
兄弟完毕。
With the last meter of rock removed, the full length of the Lungnu tunnel is clear. The expressway connects Rong'an County in Guangxi with Zhongjiang County in Guizhou. Like a lifeline, the 56-kilometer-long expressway is giving 600,000 villagers in over 50 Miao and Yao ethnic villages improved access to the outside world. Tang Yongzhen's home is in one such village. Like Tang, who belongs to the Miao ethnic group, 1/3 of the construction workers building the expressway come from villages not far away. They are happy to be part of a project that promises more opportunity and greater prosperity.
我年开给年一个开发机，危险我到县委卫生本，但是到修套了，修都无有。
About 500 kilometers away in western Guangxi's Tianlin County, another vital link is under construction. Huang Xiaotung, a young man of the Zhuang ethnic group, is looking forward to when the expressway opens up the world from his village. A plank suspension bridge is the only way out now, but not for much longer. Not far away, the Bashu Tuoniang River Super Bridge is being built. Huang Xiaotung is a worker on the project, which is the only super large bridge on the Tianlin-Xilin Expressway. With a length of 569 meters, it is built over a bend in the river.
根据12月20号通车目标进行推算，留给我们的时间比较紧。
To join the two sections of the bridge, the project's engineers need to precisely measure each key stress-bearing part to work out the most feasible construction method, thus ensuring the project's safety and lifespan. According to the original design, the central point will apply a jacking force of 800,000 newtons to each section during joining. The engineers, however, decide to lift the force to 1,500,000 newtons. Endless data, complicated formulae, and endless demonstrations have caused them many sleepless nights.
我担心就是你的，如果是你1500千斤水平力加完之后，导致制作会破坏。
哎，申总您好，357国道又塌方了，未密段的这个路又不通了。
To make matters worse, a landslide on a national highway has blocked the access route for building the bridge and the only way out for people living in the mountains. The local police ask the bridge's construction team for help. They agree, and excavators are assembled to clear mud and rubble from the national highway before dawn.
像这2块固石啊，这个特别危险。真正到了雨季啊，上面这个土壤里面的水饱和了以后，它就直接往下滚了。
好，我们往这边。
这个装挡机是我们的，让它在顶着后面靠边停。
边那边车一样。
During the 4 years he has worked on the bridge, Liu Chuanho has had to deal with a landslide blocking the national highway almost every month. Rather than deterring him, this has strengthened his resolve to complete the project as scheduled. By this time, only 4 days remain before the bridge's span is joined. Its engineers are doing a last investigation into the feasibility of 1,500,000 newtons.
-338.2 微因变，温度是26摄氏度。
A stress monitoring device serves to measure structural stresses on the bridge's key points in real time, to give early warning of any small changes in its structure.
测值是-392.5。
The readings taken are entered into a 3D simulation, to calculate whether the bridge will satisfy its design requirements. Today, engineers have powerful computers to help them with tailor-made projects in remote mountains or on special landforms.
1.5这个是1.5倒进去。
实测了，张大后实测。
张大后实测。
5、4、3、2、1，四组千斤顶，1500千牛顶推力加载完毕。调整完毕。
By conducting precise measurements, the engineers determine that the bridge deviates from its designed length by only 1 millimeter, which complies with the requirements of its construction. The joining of sections officially begins at 4 o'clock in the morning. To achieve optimal setting of the concrete, it must be carried out at the time of day when the temperature is at its lowest, and the variation in temperature will not exceed 3 degrees Celsius.
它要做200，或者做560毫米。
Once the concrete has been mixed according to required proportions, pouring begins. Eight weight boxes are distributed on the bridge to ensure the correct load balance during joining.
目前大概打了7方。等1分钟，等1分钟，等1分钟之后把另外一个全开。
Water in the weight boxes is released when the concrete is poured, so that the load on the bridge remains even. This is an ordinary morning in the mountains. It marks the first day of bridge joining after 1,000 days and nights of construction. By 6 o'clock, when the sun rises over the mountains, the joining work has been completed. The Tuonyang River has been a major obstacle to travel here for thousands of years. With the bridge complete, once the expressway opens to traffic, cars will be able to clear it in less than a minute. More and more bridges like this are being built across mountains and rivers to give thousands of houses in China's remote villages easier access to the rest of the country. Guangxi's Bama Yao Autonomous County, known for the longevity of its natives, is 80% mountains by area. Engineers who improve life here are always welcome.
来，往上一点，上一点，上一点。好。在那个街上都广交哦，广州广交哦。对，这个把好哦。
不要搞那么高，尽量平一点，往下一点。
Hu Wanjun, a senior engineer with 30 years of experience, has carried out major projects for Bao Steel Group and Shagang Group. In Bama, his work is on a smaller scale. Although he would once never have thought it, building sheepfolds has turned out to be some of the most rewarding work of his career. So satisfying, in fact, that he has now been doing it for 7 years. Since he took up his job as Chief Commander of Improvements in Bama, Hu Wanjun and his team have completed 23 livelihood projects. 2 years ago, Luo Huatsai and his family were moved to a resettlement community, but their goats were left on the mountain.
这个水是雨水，小时候我喜欢，但现在我不喜欢。
Stored rain was once the only water source for the village. Children would cup their hands to drink it directly. Nowadays, the situation is much better. Although the goats have just been given a new home, Hu Wanjun's work is far from done.
这就是我们建的旅游集散中心。巴马是长寿之乡，山好水好，等基础设施做好，旅游产业慢慢也就发展起来了。
With their work coming to an end after 7 years, the constructors are redoubling their efforts. They not only want the last mile of the project to be seen, but also remembered for its quality and the improvements it has brought to the lives of locals.
现在正式电源不来，我们那个医院建好了也等于没建。
这是我们配电室的安装示例图，所有配电室的安装工作已经在上周已经全部完成了。
现在进度怎么样？
加上土方回填，预计还需要5天时间。
不行，3班到周日，3天时间必须完成。
In undertaking livelihood projects, engineers are not tested by the highest, the hardest, nor the most dangerous, but by whether they can make a real difference at the most basic, local level.
重点的那一条路现在一些还没有开通，
路一定要通，
要为人民办实事啊！不要着急，老乡是吧？你们的初心我们会放到第一位的。如果说不能解决当地老百姓出行的问题，这条路修了等于没有修。
The Panyang Avenue is about to open to traffic. An earlier planned sidewalk was a little far from the village, so villagers often cross the road to take the shortcut. For engineers, their job must be to both guarantee traffic safety and provide convenience for the villagers. Hu Wanjun and his team are still thinking about solutions, while other workers are laying the last 200 meters of cable to the Ba Ma Ethnic Hospital. A week later, construction of a safe sidewalk for Panyang Avenue starts. With access to bridges, roads, electricity and water resources, work here will amount to a comprehensive improvement.
老乡，我们交混凝土了啊！你现在可以过去，交了就不好走了啊！可以了，老乡。可以。可以啊！啊，可以就行。满意啊，满意吗？
With the new semester approaching, Luo Huatsai says goodbye to his old house. Like him, more children being resettled down from the mountains have started a new chapter in their education at the newly built Ba Ma No. 1 Middle School. The last stages of the program to comprehensively improve Ba Ma are underway. On a nearby area of waste ground, the first foundation piles of Ba Ma No. 2 Middle School are being driven.
再往下钻探5米，看看池里层的地质情况。
In this remote county, engineers have been completing projects like this, one at a time, to improve everyone's life.
这山川、这河流，都将改造成为我们学校的一部分。
The key to success, they have found, lies in attention not only to bigger technical problems, but also minor details. With better roads, housing, schools and healthcare, natives of Ba Ma are receiving their full share of the fruits of development and looking forward to a brighter future. In southern Guizhou's Anshun city, the Huohua Bridge became a top internet search soon after its completion. With a length of 4.075 kilometers, it's remarkable for being not only the longest mountain expressway bridge, but also one which allows motorists to perform a U-turn. Its unique characteristics, of course, amount to more than these. Today, the Huohua Bridge is undergoing its annual inspection. As the largest structure on the Ziyun to Wangmua Expressway, the bridge is supported by 330 tall piers, giving it the appearance of a harp as it snakes across the valley. The tallest pier is 107.5 meters high, the equivalent of a 30-story building. 64 of the piers are built on steep hillsides with a gradient of 70 degrees. To resist rock slides, floods and strong winds, seismic isolation bearings have been placed between the piers and the bridge deck. It is these that are the focus of the inspection.
咱们这个制作呢，是主要的它的功能是传递上部结构和下部结构的一个重要环节，它能够有效的将桥面的荷载有效的能传递到桥的下部结构。这个制作基本上没有变形。
Because the long bridge has no exits, its designers decide to build it with a U-turn ramp. As such, this is the only expressway U-turn ramp in China. Viewed from above, the U-turn bridge adds the shape of a Chinese lute to the bridge's overall harp-like appearance.
15米小半径的架梁施工，这个难度是非常大。 这么小的半径，每过一跨，这个桥基我都要进行拆装，稍有不慎，从桥上会翻下来。
Not far from the U-turn ramp is Huohua Town, a gathering place of the Boye ethnic group. Since the bridge was completed, Huohua has risen in status from being a backwater to a transportation hub. Lu Xiaoheng, who is a native, returned home from Beijing and set up a fruits cooperative. He still remembers hard times in the area, when elders trekked across hills and dales with baskets on their backs to sell fruit. Nowadays, the bridge is also bringing in visitors to the town, which is famed for its beauty.
5月14号午后到夜间，我省中东部、南部有中到大雨，局地有暴雨。
Falling rain reminds YangKezong of the need to complete his work. He has to move on to the next stage in the inspection. This is the drainage tunnel at the tunnel entrance of the Huohua Bridge.
这就是裂隙里面的细沙。
The Ziyun to Wangmo Expressway runs through karst landforms. Because the rocks that make up karst are soluble in water, they can contain hidden faults and cavities. The danger of collapses, cave-ins and sinkholes posed by these hidden flaws make building infrastructure in karst region uniquely challenging.
进口进到水道接近一半的位置，咱们雷达扫描仪器检测的过程中呢，发现前方有溶腔，但是显示不出来这个溶腔的大小。暴雨之后呢，我带着安全员在长那边在排查安全隐患的过程中，忽然就听见上方有轻微的响声。 我的第一反应呢，就是要迅速撤离。就那一瞬间，大概有3000方淤泥瞬间就喷出来了。
After the collapse, Yang Kezong took his team to cover the whole bridge of 4 kilometers, searching for hidden karst cavities that might store great amounts of rainwater. The engineers also built 2 large drainage tunnels at the entrance and exit of the bridge to prevent hidden dangers posed by accumulated rainwater. These are important areas of the bridge examination.
这一块的喷射混凝土的出质的这个质量还是不错的，整个平整度啊，是吧？这个混凝土的强度从外观看还是非常好。
With no silt blocking it, the tunnel can drain water smoothly. The Huohua Bridge is confirmed safe.
死亡高速顺利完工了，我们要去下一个项目了。回过头来看，咱们修桥的那些苦和累都是值得的。
哦，我这有一批桃子嘞，有一批桃子刚刚成熟哎，都。 量啊，可能是今年出产期有可能有个2、3万斤啊。啊，行，好，麻烦了，好。
The cooperative's fleet of trucks are crossing the Huohua Bridge as expected. The north-south Ziyun to Wangmo Expressway has given Guizhou much easier access to the urban areas of South China. The Huohua Bridge is just one of 112 bridges along the expressway's route. Bridges and tunnels, in fact, make up nearly 2/3 of its total length. Driving across the bridge offers a magnificent view of mountains embraced by wind and clouds. Thousands of kilometers to the north, the undulating grasslands of Inner Mongolia roll out into the distance like an endless scroll. As one of the key energy bases of China, the Autonomous Region has been its largest electricity transmitter for 17 consecutive years. Engineers follow the wind and sun to harvest energy from this vast expanse. With no emissions, electricity generated here is key to humanity's future.
叶片的话，啥时候到叶片？叶片的话是计划今天晚上吧。
Lying at the bottom of the Yinshan Mountains, Ulaanbaatar could be called the wind power capital of China. Onshore wind turbines here have a generating capacity of up to 6.7 megawatts. When hoisting and assembly are complete, they have a height of 110 meters, as high as a 35-story building.
大概一会儿几个小时？我估计得40分钟左右吧。
There's a saying that in Ulaanbaatar, the wind only blows once a year, from spring until winter. The city contains 1/10 of the country's total wind farm land, and the solar radiation it receives is second only to the Qinghai-Tibet Plateau. In short, it has abundant resources for green energy. 1 year ago, Jia Jianshun and Wang Cheng, both of whom have over 2 decades of experience in electrical engineering, were dispatched here. In addition to being China's main region for developing renewable energy, Inner Mongolia also has abundant coal reserves. As the wind blows across the grassland, a new vitality is taking shape.
Shh.
8 o'clock in the morning is when local herdsman Zhang Zheping grazes his sheep. Densely laid deep blue photovoltaic panels have now become a feature of the area where he lives. When leading his animals to higher ground, a favorite view of Zhang's is to look down at the new installations of solar and wind power that have appeared on the local landscape. The first new energy station equipped with gigawatt-hour level energy storage capacity in China has been built in the Siziwang Bana, which has a small population of less than 130,000. Altogether, Phase 1 of the project contains 86 battery energy storage systems. As super-large power banks, they look like containers and serve to compensate for the variability of wind and photovoltaic power generation by stabilizing the grid load. By June 2023, China's largest project integrating wind power, solar power, and energy storage will be completed here.
烟雾测试开始。
后台显示是4-1-5-9，情况报警，报警位置在电池仓。
Today, a fire prevention test is being carried out at the storage facility.
对。
帕克2-3吧？
对，这是5处。
5处啊。这个实际位置跟后台是一致的，是一致的。
好的，收到。
These super power banks store electricity during times of low demand. During the day, when demand is high, their stored electricity will be transmitted to the grid. They are as precious to Chief Engineer Liu Jun and his colleagues as sheep are to the herdsman.
就像眼睛一样盯住它，时刻盯着它，让它稳定。
In August, flocks of sheep run on the grassland together with wind and solar power. Today, Zhang Zheping drives his sheep into the photovoltaic farm. 3 months ago, The farm's builders started planting grass there. The variety they chose especially was Allium mongolicum, a species of wild onion that grows on desert oases.
这种草的一个最佳温度呢，晚上的温度应该在10度左右。你像前是在-3度到-5度。如果有的区域发热率过低的话，我们还要进行第3次或者进行第4次再进行复痕。
Today it is the sun's energy stored in the form of grass that is being harvested, in addition to electricity generated by solar panels.
尤其这个开白花这个土呢，要最适合。
Ripe Allium mongolicum grass is not only a favorite of sheep, it also grows well to fix soil and prevent the formation of sand.
但是比我们在这个光伏外面的草要做得好。像这个草好啊，就给就是高要3个月就能出来了。就一般要是没在草中间，那么这个5到6个月。
有的是风，有的是阳光，充分的利用，改善了当地的生态环境，这也是我们作为建设者的自豪的点。
Drawn in by Inner Mongolia's abundant sun and wind resources, engineers and the green energy farms they build have become good friends of the grassland and the herdsmen who live on it. The sun has been pouring its energy onto the earth for billions of years. It is only recently that it has begun to be captured and used in this way. Seen from an eagle's viewpoint, China has become a land of state-of-the-art infrastructure, lifting its people into a life of greater prosperity and well-being. Powered by renewable energy, this mode of development will bring a better life, not only for the Chinese people today, but also for many generations into the future.
Xinjiang